Team Jaxn, what's happening? You know, we talk a lot about sifting through all the bad guys who don't mean you any good, who are ill-equipped to love you correctly. But there's another part to that, and I brought this up before, but it's worth doing again because I've noticed some misconceptions lately. A lot of women think just being a good woman is enough for a good man, because he's supposed to recognize that, and that's just where it ends. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Even a good woman has to do things in order to keep the relationship intact. Like, you have to be able to apply that good. It's the same thing if a basketball coach or a GM or whatever recruits an amazing player that has all the attributes, can put up all these points and has an amazing resume, has all the height, the weight, all this talent. That player still has to produce during the games in order to be of value to that team, or else he's going to get let go. And the same thing goes for a good woman. Even as a good woman, you can absolutely do things to lose a good man. Like, the first thing a lot of women do, even good women, do to lose a good man is they come into a relationship still not healed from their past or over their ex. What that causes is you to have your guard up so high, you not only keep out the bad, but you also keep out the good. The good being a man that's patient, who's willing to take things at a slower pace if that's what you're more comfortable with, who's willing to put in that work and that time and be consistent and be chivalrous to show you that he's serious about you. Eventually, that man is going to be emotionally invested, and he's going to take things further and deeper with you, but you're not going to know how to open up and let him in because your guard is up so high. And a good man can't even give his heart to a brick wall. Like, it's a risk. Whenever you open yourself up, it's a risk. That's what love is. That's what a relationship is. And if you want to be in that, you also have to be able to open up. But you can't do that if you're still seeing things through the lens that you developed whenever you were hurt by those guys who didn't mean you any good. If you're expecting that good man to do something to hurt you constantly, you operate with the expectation that he's only out to hurt you, your guard is going to be up too high. Or it's subconsciously you stall him out because you're really just waiting for your ex to come back to his senses and come and swoop you up because you're still in love with him. You're going to cause that good man who's right there, ready and willing to love you, to walk away before you even get him. The second thing you can do to lose a good man is not know yourself or love yourself before you get into a relationship. That means even a good man can't compliment you enough to express how beautiful you are in his eyes if you've convinced yourself that you're the ugliest woman walking. Even a good man can't right his wrongs and not disappoint or hurt you again if you don't even know what hurts you. You're just in pain, so you act out on that pain, and he receives all this backlash, which is understandable. And a good man will tolerate that if he knows what solution to work towards, if he knows what to do better the next time. If you can guide him through the specific steps of loving you correctly, a good man is willing to take that. But a good man can't even support you as you get help with your mental health issues or, your depression or your anxiety if you're not aware that that's something that you're dealing with. And what happens is, even if you want to fight for a person, to be with a person, even if he looks at you and says, man, I love this woman, she's such an amazing woman, he can't fight being demoralized by continuously losing no matter how hard he fights because he don't know what to do to win. The third thing that you can do to lose a good man, and a lot of women do this, is allow your emotions to dictate the relationship, or more importantly, cancel out the way that he feels. It's not a bad thing to be emotional. I know a lot of people tell women, you're too emotional being, you need to stop being so emotional. No, it's natural to be pissed off, hurt sometimes, mad, disappointed, but it's a huge problem whenever you use that as a justification to completely disregard how he feels based on how you handle that emotion. Like, for instance, I did a one-on-one recently with a woman, and she was saying, you know what, I'm a good woman, but I lost what I believe to be a good man because I said one little bad thing. Why is that? And whenever she told me what it was, I know exactly why he walked away. Because not only was that thing that she said little, but his feelings about it were little to her. No matter what, a man may be good and recognize that you're good, but he can't submit himself to his feelings being disregarded in a relationship. So that may look like you cutting him off during conversation, you yelling over him, or you saying things that you know are a low blow, like lines that you know you should not cross. If you feel like that's justified because, I felt like, well, he made me feel like, then that's indicative of a mindset where you feel like your emotions cancel out all else and nothing else matters. And that's going to cause any man to walk away, quite honestly. The fourth thing that you can do, I definitely want to speak on this because I've had quite a few women disagree whenever I brought this up. But the mindset that you don't get a reward for doing things you're supposed to do is going to cause a good man to walk away. Now, technically, I agree. You're not obligated to throw a parade or give a golden sticker or a cookie to a man for doing little things around the house or being faithful, things that he signed up to do. But if you misinterpret the context, you may feel like you also have no responsibility to be appreciative to your man. And let me tell you something. For most men, words of affirmation is in the top 2 love languages. Like, ask any man that you know that puts in work for his woman if it means anything to him that she appreciates the work that he puts in. And he's going to tell you yes, I guarantee it. It's like if you go to a job, even if you love that job, if they underpay you and they don't appreciate you, it's going to eventually become a chore and you're going to be considering ways to get out. Even if you love and truly love that job and the work that you do. But if you go to a job that you love, that also appreciates you, that also pays you well, it's a beautiful situation. You know, the same way that we expect men, and rightfully so, to do the things throughout the relationship that he did to get a woman, is the same way that a woman needs to be able to be consistent with her appreciation for the things that he did in the beginning that he's now doing throughout the relationship. If it's too much to ask that every now and then you just pull your man aside and say, baby, I appreciate you for the man that you are. All the little things that you do, your consistency, the effort that you put in, the way that you protect this family, the way that you respect this relationship, I'm just thankful and I'm grateful for you. If that's too much to ask, then yes, a good man will leave your good ass. So y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.